And we are live today, and we are talking about sex, videos, and as the title says, lingerie. That's right, lingerie. So this particular lingerie is a leopard print. I don't think I got it from Victoria's Secret. But really, are we talking about lingerie? No. Are we talking about sex? Definitely. And are we talking about video? Of course. Now, if you look at the description, we're also talking about the hook. The hook. Hear what I said? The hook. And what is the hook? All right, so let's just break it down real quick. So, have you ever gone to a movie and, for example, I went to the latest Fast and Furious spin-off with The Rock and Jason Statham, and you watch that movie trailer, that is the hook. And for a lot of women out there, just seeing The Rock and his bulging muscles, and Jason Statham, he looks so cute and small, but you could just eat him up for days. That is the hook, right? That's the hook. And we do that with sex, right? We're going on a date maybe, and we usually see someone usually before we have sex once or twice, or we usually see them usually. We don't just knock on their door and like, hey, let's just go for it. And what is the hook? What gets you interested to having sex with that person? And you may have gone on a date, maybe they knocked on your door, maybe they showed up with flowers and you're like, oh, isn't he just the cutest? He has flowers for me. And if it was me, it would be a margarita and some chocolate. But those things, they initially attract you, like, oh, he's a little different, or she's a little different. This is kind of cool. You know, gentlemen, if she showed up all cutified and she had on a cute little dress, or maybe she had some banging stiletto heels, again, the hook. Something that is enticing you. It doesn't have to be sexual, but we are talking about sex. So something that's going to entice you, much like, you know, lingerie. And again, that's the hook, right? What if you open the door and your husband and wife, or maybe you're just, you know, swinging in or whatever, I'm not, no, anything that's up to you, and you walk in that door and someone's butt naked or have lingerie on, well then that's a hook, right? You know something's probably gonna happen, may or may not, but you know, that's up to you. So again, the hook. How can we entice people? Because we do that with sex. We go on, I want you to remember your first date, or remember many dates down the road. How did you know that you were going to have sex 5 minutes later or at the end of the night? It might have been you caressing somebody's hand. It might have been you rubbing that person's leg. It could have been a lot of things, but there were things that had hooked you. It could have been the smell of their perfume, the smell of that cologne. There were things, sensory things, right? That's what we're talking about, sensory things that, oh, you're all in. You're like, yes, we're going to have sex. Gosh darn it, this is going to be a fantastic night. So those things, they hook you. And it could have been last minute, but there was something that triggered you, that got you all in to that moment. And we see that in lots of advertisements. We see that in video. We see that in blogs. What enables that hook for you? We're going to go back to that movie scenario. I remember, and this is going to show my age, I remember when Jessica Rabbit hit the scene, right? It was Roger Rabbit, Jessica Rabbit, that first scene of her in that banging red dress. And this is the first time really that I can think of. I mean, there were times before in black and white, but this is the first time where we were spanning someone's excitement, their sexual excitement, via cartoon, where something happened on the screen where every guy, I guarantee, was like, damn, that was like, she's smoking. And that's what I'm saying, it was the hook. And that's what we have to think about when we do our videos. The hook, we talk about that, we got 8 seconds to grab someone's attention, and we do that by enticement. It could be through our words, it could be through color, it could be an auditory sound, but you've got less than 8 seconds to grab someone, to get them on that excited video train, to get them on that blog train that you're writing, that podcast that you've got. You've got limited time to get them on that train because their eyes are going to wander. We do, right? Have you ever seen that? You're on a date. Has this happened to you where you're on a date and you're talking to your date and suddenly this smoking hot chick walks across the room and then you see the guy go, and you're like, what am I? Am I chopped liver? I mean, we've all been there, right? Where we guarantee you that our spouse, whether it's a man, whether it's a woman, has seen something and they are completely distracted, right? And then you're thinking, wow, what am I, chopped liver? Again, we have to not only entice, but we have to keep people on that train, and that's what we're going to talk about next week. We're going to talk about foreplay a little bit and how foreplay relates to doing videos, how to keep somebody on that train and engaged with you so that they're not wanting to leave. So again, what did we talk about today? We talked about lingerie. You know, when it comes to sex, it is an enticement. It is a hook. So I guarantee you, if your man or your girl walked in the room and you had either nothing on or something like this on, this little bitty G-string of a thing, I guarantee you're going to get somebody's attention. So again, the hook. And that's what we use in video, and we use actually in social media across the board. We use even in Google Ads. How do we hook someone to stay engaged? And then once they're engaged, how do we keep them on that train? Well, we call that foreplay, and that's what we're going to talk about next week. And you're thinking, it doesn't apply to everything. I'm going to leave you with this. So I went to that movie, right? Let's see, last week with my husband, that Fast and the Furious spin-off with Jason Statham and The Rock. And it's not just about getting you to the movie, because they want to sell the movie, but get this, then the movie theater is going to take advantage of that hook. And you're thinking, what do you mean? When I walked into that movie theater, I heard popcorn popping, I smelled it, I could see the bar. Yes, God bless them. In my area, they have a bar inside my movie theater. God bless them, because I'm a tequila girl, margarita girl. You guys know this all day long, and that's what I'm ordering. And that's the hook. Once I've got me in there, I'm going to spend another $60, $80 inside just on food and beverages, adult beverages, all day long. So again, it goes into anything. So again, we want to hook them in with our videos. So again, just like sex, and we got to hook our man, we got to hook our guy, you know, whether it's lingerie, whether it's nothing, whether it's a caress of the hand, a caress of the leg. We've got to really hook them in order to entice them, because let me tell you, how many of you have just knocked on your man, knocked on your girl, and go, okay, I'm ready. Let's do this. I mean, no disrespect, guys. You guys would probably be all in. But for a girl, it really doesn't work that way. You got to get us a lot of excited. You got to get us revved up, right? And, you know, and that's where we start talking about foreplay. And we're going to touch on foreplay next week. So again, just like this piece of lingerie, what's going to get somebody on your video train? What's going to get them on your podcast train? What's going to get them on your blog, on your post in general, on your picture? Has to do with the words, has to do with the picture, has to do with color, has to do with sound. Think of all those things that we can merge together to hook them. And once you've got them, well, let's play with them a little bit, right? Let's tease them just a little bit. We're going to talk about foreplay next week. Again, I'm Vanessa Lane, Video Tips with Vanessa. We are breaking down sex and video. This is the series. We're going to get you revved up, let me tell you. And if you aren't revved up, you're going to be revved up by the end of the series. All right, I will see you tomorrow, by the way, for Fire Day. We've got Jennifer Spohr. Please tune in. Please make sure you ask her your questions in real time. We will be live streaming to the Girls on Fire Network page on Facebook and on YouTube. So make sure that you're checking her out. We're going to really heat things up with her. We're going to put her under the fire, and you can ask her all your questions in real time. Don't forget, we have our Own Your Fire mindset group, completely 100% free. We want you to join. We want you to engage you with us, again, for women only. And then don't forget, we have our inner circle as well. We've got tons of Girls on Fire and Network events coming up. We will be in Newport News next week. The following week, we will be in Norfolk, and then following that, we will be in Richmond. And then Brandy and I have 2 events coming up, one this Sunday, and then one the following week on Instagram. So please go ahead. We'd love for you to join us, and I will definitely let you know where that is in the comments. So please come. We want you engaged. We want you involved. And of course, I want you excited about doing video. All right, so I will see you tomorrow, and Brandy and I can't wait to see you online with us this Sunday and on our Instagram event online as well. So have a great day, and I will check with you tomorrow, all live. I have to do something with these. Should I put them on? I wonder if my husband will like it. That's another story. Bye.